Okay, interior of the camper. There's just a few issues in here to be aware of in terms of wear and tear. Probably first and foremost is the table. We changed that out with the telescoping table. The normal table stands, so raise it and lower it, or you have to take them out actually. It just is a real pain. This is not easy, but it's better than what that was. But the wear and tear is the fact that we ate on this, we played on this, we worked on this. And some of the discoloration on the camera seems even stronger than in real life. I think some of that's built into it. But the real thing here is actually these. When we had to remount it, because the way we needed to remount this telescoping table to get a flush fill for our boys who slept on it every night, the screws were just a tad long. And so it kind of poked through there. A lot of people just take the table out, put an ottoman in, or they just make a custom new tabletop. And those are very cool accents. You can also just get a whole new table if you want to. Like, it's not an issue. Over here is the solar, one of the screens. If you can get all the information you need about any solar stuff on your phone, and but there's actually a little crack here, and one of the buttons a bit sticky. Again, this isn't something you really use much, but just wanted to mention that. The sink, as you can see, well, let me refocus the camera. Looks good. But when you get up to it, you can tell that there's been dishes done in it. This thing's been cleaned. There's some swirls and such. Okay, over here we got rid of the glass thing that is on some of them because, like everybody else, it exploded on us. And a lot of people just remove them anyways before they explode so they don't have a mess. So that's that. Here's a cutting board for you. There are somewhere. Wipe that down a little. It's just got a little smudge on it. Somewhere in there, I can't even remember where it is. Somewhere in this, there is just a little bitty ding. Where is it? Okay, maybe it's right up there. There's just a little bitty. It's very, again, obviously it's quite hard to find. Fridge is awesome, except for one time when we were traveling, we forgot to take our calendar down. So there's a little swirl mark right there. Fridges are working great. What do we got? Yeah, just open it up in there so it's all foggy on the thermostat, but very cold, very humid day. Everything else is good. Here's the owner's manuals and such. TVs work, radios are working, lighting is working. In the bathroom, this fan, I would just go ahead and describe the lid to it as stripped. I think it does do some, and you can make it work. But that is something that I did not notice and have noticed since getting the camper selling, and that lid is stripping. That may have just happened really, but that's an issue. Everything is great in here though. The potty's totally locked in. Everything's great about it. All the stuff that comes along with it. The shower is good to go. I will say we put this in. This is a removable bar. We used it as a clothes rack when we travel. You can just pop it out for your showers, no problem. There's like two other little mounts that we put right up here. Actually adds a little bit of privacy. You may not need that. You may just get rid of it. That's totally fine. In here, only one issue that I know of, and that is at some point too, while we were traveling around, something was loose. Something I can't remember for sure what it was, but it's challenging to notice until you get close and look at it and you can see it. Here's the worst of it. That's the worst of it. These are probably like the size of peas, maybe a BB over here. And I'm sure there's a variety of ways to remedy it, but that's what, this is it from a distance. And let me think about what else maybe there is in terms of any kind of wear and tear. I think that is everything that I can possibly think of inside and out for the camper. Oh, here's some stickers. We love doing that with the boys, and all that will get peeled off. We're gonna relocate them. Here's keys for all the, you won't need all those keys, but some of those keys will go to some of the locks and stuff. Now, in general, I'll say the ladder, if you need that to come with you, you can. There's stabilized and leveling blocks that are underneath the jack and the wheels right now. that I put in the spot to just make sure it never touches the ground. I don't like when my tires touch the ground personally. And then there's some other chocks, not the X chocks that go between the wheels, but just chocks that keep wheels from rolling. That's all included as well. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions.